Welcome, radiant souls of the light. I want to speak directly to something happening to you right now. Something no one prepared you for. You've felt it creeping in, that unsettling awareness that you no longer belong in the life you've been living. It's as if your old clothes, once perfectly fitted, now feel tight, suffocating. This isn't confusion. It isn't a breakdown. It's evolution. And what I'm about to share will illuminate every disorienting, isolating, and bewildering experience you've faced recently. There's a principle in physics called resonance. When two objects vibrate at different frequencies, they cannot sync. One will either adjust to the other, or they drift apart. A tuning fork tuned to 528 Hz cannot harmonize with one stuck at 440 Hz. They inhabit entirely different sonic realities. Now apply that to your life too. Through healing, spiritual practice, or sheer survival of experiences meant to break you, your frequency has been rising. Your old environment simply cannot match it. This isn't metaphorical. Energy is real. Frequency is real. And when yours surpasses a certain threshold too, everything that can't rise with you begins to fall away. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because you're finally doing everything right. People who drain you feel intolerable. Jobs that were bearable feel suffocating. Places that once felt like escape now feel empty. This isn't you becoming difficult. It's your soul refusing to shrink. Spiritual awakening isn't all light, love, and bliss. Sometimes it's brutal. It feels like losing everything, but what you're truly shedding are the false versions of yourself. Relationships built on pretense. Goals planted by others' expectations. Your frequency shift transforms not just you, but what you can tolerate. First, you feel when someone's energy no longer aligns with yours. Enter a room, and within moments, you know who to avoid. Not because they're bad, but because their vibration clashes violently with yours, triggering headaches, chest tightness, anxiety, exhaustion. You used to think you were oversensitive. Now you know. You're not rejecting people, you're protecting your frequency. Your nervous system has refined itself. Imagine listening to music through cheap speakers. You miss distortion. Upgrade to high-quality sound, and suddenly every crack, buzz, and imperfection is clear. That's your energetic perception now. You notice things you were deaf to before: the fake laugh, the hidden manipulation, the resentment behind a smile. You're not judgmental, you're accurate. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of these people have been in your life for years. Family, old friends, souls you thought would be forever. Their frequency hasn't evolved. Being around them feels like trying to breathe underwater. You make excuses, cut conversations short, not out of meanness, but because your soul knows. Low-frequency environments drag you down, and you've worked too hard to let anything pull you under again. Second, your tolerance for superficial chatter has vanished. Small talk, gossip, trivial conversations. What once passed unnoticed now feels unbearable. 5 minutes into meaningless dialogue, and your soul recoils. You're not being rude. Your frequency has risen to a level where shallow exchange grates on your very being. You crave depth discussions about purpose, growth, healing, truth, the mysteries of existence. Conversations that make you think differently, feel deeply, expand your understanding. Yet most people remain on autopilot, repeating the same stories, complaining without seeking solutions, filling silence with noise out of fear of introspection. You tried to meet them where they are. You really did. But performing the old version of yourself to make others comfortable is exhausting. Pretending to care about trivial drama, forcing laughter at jokes that aren't funny, engaging in interactions your soul has outgrown. Eventually, you stop trying. You choose solitude over pretense, silence over shallow noise. People notice. They say you've changed, become distant, serious. And they are right. You have changed. You've become real. Real doesn't have patience for falsehood anymore. Third, your interests are shifting. Hobbies that once excited you now feel hollow. Shows you binged no longer captivate. Social events feel like obligations. Even goals that once motivated you now seem meaningless. At first, it terrifies you. You wonder if you're becoming boring, losing your spark. But this isn't a loss. It's shedding the false self. Many pursuits were never yours. They were borrowed from culture, society, too, or the expectations of others. You filled your life with noise because stillness was uncomfortable. You chased excitement to distract from emptiness. How much of your life was spent following scripts not written for you? Frequency shifts break the trance, forcing discernment. The emptiness you feel is not depression. It's clarity, too. Your soul is recognizing what genuinely nourishes it versus what you were doing to impress others or avoid questions. The void you feel is necessary. The blank canvas before the masterpiece. The silence before the symphony. The pause before the next breath. This is where your hunger for meaning, purpose, and authenticity grows. What satisfied your lower self no longer nourishes your higher self. You stop consuming what doesn't feed your soul. You stop doing what doesn't serve your growth. Your life may seem emptier to others, but it's making room for what is truly meant for you, not what you settled for. Fourth, synchronicities are now impossible to ignore. You think of someone, and they contact you. You seek guidance, and the exact message appears. Ask a question, and the answer arrives in unexpected ways. These are not coincidences. They are proof that your frequency now receives the universe's signals. At lower vibrations, fear, doubt, too, and distraction jam your receivers as you clarity emerges. You're not only receiving, you're transmitting more powerfully. Thoughts manifest faster, intentions materialize sooner. This isn't magic, it's physics. Higher frequency moves faster, penetrates deeper. But here's the caveat. Greater reception comes with responsibility. You can no longer ignore red flags, dismiss guidance, or claim ignorance when divine instructions arrive. Awareness brings accountability. The universe communicates clearly. You can't pretend otherwise. If even half of this resonates, comment below with which sign spoke to you most. Your engagement helps this message reach others navigating the same shift. Fifth, you crave solitude more than ever. People who knew the old you are confused. You used to be social, outgoing, eager to be around others. Now, you cancel plans, avoid invitations, and find comfort in your own company. They may misinterpret this as depression or antisocial behavior, but you know it's recalibration. Being around low-frequency energy feels like someone blasting loud music while you're trying to meditate. Chaotic, scattered, draining. Stillness is no longer optional. It's essential for processing internal shifts, integrating elations, and connecting with your higher self. Solitude becomes sanctuary, a sacred space where transformation unfolds. You're not isolating, you're incubating. Something new is being born, and birth requires protection. Loved ones may feel hurt or confused, but they cannot grasp what it's like to operate at your frequency. They would have to feel it themselves. And even if it costs relationships, you protect your energy. Maintaining peace now outweighs keeping people who disturb it. Sixth, your discernment has sharpened to a razor's edge. Lies, pretenses, hidden agendas, they cannot hide from you. You sense them, not because you're looking for deception, but because truth and falsehood vibrate on entirely different frequencies. Your upgraded perception distinguishes effortlessly between them. Someone may smile while secretly resenting you, offer support while hoping for your failure. You feel the dissonance immediately. This is both a blessing and a burden. It protects you from manipulators, yet it exposes how many people live in pretense, which can be heartbreaking. Patterns you previously missed now stand out: the friend who calls only when they need something, the family member wielding guilt, the partner whose energy contradicts their words. You cannot unsee this. Many will not believe you because they still operate on the level of words while you have graduated to energy. Seventh, your body is undergoing unexplainable changes. Fatigue that sleep cannot fix, aches doctors cannot diagnose, sensitivities to food, light, and sound. Fluctuating energy levels, vivid dreams. These are not symptoms of illness. They are the body catching up to your evolving frequency. Your cells are rewiring, restructuring to hold more light, more energy. It's like running new software on old hardware. Glitches, crashes, and reboots are inevitable. These physical symptoms are your system upgrading to match your soul's evolution. Most doctors won't understand. 2. Tests reveal nothing, making you question your sanity. But you are not crazy. Transformation, to whether of a caterpillar into a butterfly or a human into their higher self, requires the old form to break down so the new can emerge. Be gentle. Rest when needed. Your body knows what it's doing, even when your mind doesn't. 8th, you no longer force things that don't flow. You once hustled, pushed, manipulated, holding on past expiration dates, relationships, jobs, opportunities. Now, you trust divine timing and natural flow. If something requires excessive force, you pause. Closed doors remain closed. Pulling away is allowed, not from indifference, but because you understand that what's meant for you doesn't require self-destruction to obtain. The right people, places, and opportunities meet you with ease. Effort exists, but suffering doesn't dominate. Challenge may appear, but not constant resistance. This isn't passivity, it's wisdom. You discern inspired action from fear-based forcing. You move when called, rest when required. Trusting the universe to orchestrate what you cannot. Ironically, less forcing brings more alignment. Ninth, your definition of success has transformed completely. What once measured your worth, money, status, possessions, achievements, to other people's approval, no longer holds the same weight. These things may still have a place, but they're no longer the core of how you evaluate life. Now, success is peace, alignment, authenticity, freedom, and living in harmony with your values. It's doing what you love, with people you love, while contributing something meaningful. The goals society instilled now feel hollow, climbing corporate ladders to impress strangers, accumulating possessions to prove worth, to performing a curated life on social media for validation. It all feels exhausting and pointless. You'd rather live simply, with genuine joy than impress others, while quietly enduring dissatisfaction. This shift alienates you from those still chasing the old markers. They may say you've lost ambition or settled, but the truth is you've leveled up to a game they cannot even perceive. A game where the prize isn't what you acquire, but who you become. Winning now means staying true to yourself, even when the world rewards conformity. Success is measured in peace, not pieces of paper. 10th, you are attracting entirely different people into your life. As your frequency rises, you magnetize souls vibrating at similar levels. People who speak your language, understand your journey without explanation, see you fully, too, and remain. These connections feel deep, authentic, purposeful. Simultaneously, those who no longer match your frequency are repelled. They sense it, even if they can't articulate why. Some may resist, attempting to pull you down, others simply drift away. B. Oth serve your highest good. The new individuals entering your life aren't just friends or romantic partners. They are soul contracts. Teachers appear when lessons are ready. Mirrors reveal aspects of yourself. Catalysts facilitate your next level of growth. The universe is reorganizing your circle, removing what no longer serves, and bringing in what aligns with your evolution. Trust this process, even if it feels lonely. Quality over quantity, depth over familiarity, true connection over comfort. 11th, urgency for your purpose ignites like never before. A fire inside pushes you beyond mediocrity. You sense a calling, a mission, a reason for your survival through everything that tried to destroy you. This isn't ego, it's your soul remembering why it chose this life. You cannot waste time on distractions, binge watching, or drama. Every day off path is a day unfulfilled. Others may label your intensity as too much, or tell you to slow down, but they do not feel what you feel. You are pulled by destiny. When it calls, you cannot pause for the comfort of others. 12th, your beliefs are being completely rewired. What you once held as absolute truths, values inherited from family, culture, religion, to education, is now under scrutiny. You are not rebelling for the sake of it, you are reclaiming sovereignty over your mind. deciding what resonates with your direct experience rather than what you were told to believe. This can feel disorienting. The framework you relied on for understanding reality is shifting. Comforting ideas may no longer serve you. Systems you trusted may reveal themselves as illusions. People you counted on as authorities might be just as lost as everyone else. It's like discovering the map you've been following was drawn by someone who never traveled the terrain. Yet within this deconstruction lies liberation. You are no longer confined by boxes built from others' limitations. You're free to explore, to question, and create your own understanding of truth. Yes, it can be lonely. Most prefer the comfort of certainty, even when it's false, to the discomfort of unknown. But you've tasted freedom. Once tasted, the cage, no matter how golden, cannot contain you. 13th, your tolerance for energy vampires has vanished. Eureka. Nize them instantly. The ones who reach out only when they need something, dump their problems without reciprocating. Love you when convenient, but disappear when support is required. You once tolerated this to avoid appearing cold or selfish. Now, you protect your peace like precious currency. Where you spend your energy dictates the quality of your life. You no longer bankrupt yourself filling cups with holes. You cannot save everyone, fix everyone, or serve as everyone's therapist, bank, or emotional dumping ground. When you stop trying to do so, expect resistance. People may call you selfish, changed, or not the same. And they are right. The old you gave until empty, sacrificing peace to maintain it, mistaking self-abandonment for love. You have evolved. Now, you give from overflow, not depletion, helping those who help themselves, and making no apologies for boundaries that preserve your well-being. Hit like if this resonates, and subscribe to stay connected to these life-shifting conversations. 14th, you know with certainty that the old you is gone. Even if you wish to, you cannot return. You cannot unlearn what you felt, unsee what you now know, or lower your frequency after experiencing growth. The old life, the old habits, the old version of yourself, they are dead to, and nothing resurrects what has transformed. This finality can be frightening. You may grieve the simplicity of ignorance, wish you could sleep through intensity. Yet deep down, you know the truth. Even if possible, you wouldn't go back. The journey is hard, lonely, filled with losses, yet it delivers the most precious gain in your authentic, sovereign, free self. Once you taste that freedom, all else becomes a gilded cage. You are forged in fire, illuminated in darkness, stripped of falsity, and aligned with authenticity. There is no going back, only forward toward destiny. Here's what you need to understand if you are experiencing any or all of these signs. You are not losing your mind. You are discovering your soul. You are not being difficult, you are being authentic. You are not detaching from reality, you are awakening to a deeper one that most never access. The frequency shift is real. The changes are permanent. The discomfort is temporary. Those around you, still operating at lower frequencies, will not comprehend your transformation. And that is perfectly okay. You are not meant to bring everyone with you. You are meant to rise, to become a beacon for those ready to ascend as well. Your transformation grants others permission to evolve. Your authenticity challenges them to get real. Your freedom demonstrates what is possible when you stop living for others' comfort. The old reality no longer fits because you have outgrown it. Old relationships no longer serve because you've surpassed them. Old goals no longer excite because your soul demands depth. This isn't a crisis, it's a chrysalis. You are not falling apart, you are falling together into a new form. What emerges will be more powerful, authentic, and aligned than anything before. Stop shrinking yourself to fit into spaces you've outgrown. Stop apologizing for needing what you need. Stop explaining yourself to those determined to misunderstand. Your frequency has shifted. Your reality is transforming. The only way forward is forward. If this message arrived exactly when you needed it, share it with someone undergoing their own frequency shift. Comment which sign hit hardest. Subscribe to stay connected with these life-altering truths. You are not alone. Thousands of awakened souls are navigating the same journey, feeling the same shifts, seeking the same truths. We are the ones who could no longer sleep, who chose truth over comfort, who are building a new reality with our rising frequency. Welcome to the awakening. Welcome to your power. Welcome to the life waiting for you to claim it. Together, we rise toward the light.